Hi, I'm Rabea.
And I'm Matt.
And this is Sound Like on Andertons TV. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Rabea.
How are you?
I'm so good.
You? Awesome. Yeah, I'm good. Today I'm looking forward to this episode.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. We're filming. It's fine.
Carry on.
So, yeah, who are we sounding like today?
Today we are sounding like the awesome Arctic Monkeys by busting the bank.
Ooh, no budget in place.
No limitations. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, we did this without busting the bank a while ago. This is how it sounded.
It was a while ago.
So yeah, we got no budget. There's plenty of stuff we need to choose, but I guess
2 guitar players,
custom
2
shop
rigs,
stuff, like just all the.
Yeah,
gee, what is with this guy?
He's everywhere.
Yeah, what's he doing?
It's a Danish guy. Whatever.
Anyway, let's just go and get some guitars.
See you later.
So while we're trying to figure out what guitar to get, we walk past.
So I'm just going to try this guitar right here. Can I just try that one?
It happens to be the guitar that we're looking for.
Oh, that's a real shame because that's the one we were.
Yeah, I was going to find this guitar that we now.
I'm going to go get it. Yeah, go.
Here we go. There's a Danish shoplifter around. Watch out. This is an amazing looking
Look at it.
Gibson 335. Look at this. All the way onto the back with a black headstock.
That is Larry, isn't it?
That is significantly Larry.
But in fairness, last time we used the 335.
We
it was
used
a Sheraton, wasn't it?
Yeah. So this time we need a 335. Nice and expensive. Jamie Cook has been known to use a Bigsby as well.
In fact, you know what? I think it was this exact one.
I mean, I doubt if it was the exact one.
Well, no, but
like
it's this
3 years
model.
ago.
This was 329.
Yeah.
It's got and it had these Alnico vintage voice humbuckers.
I'm not sure how much this one is.
This was the Epiphone Dot.
I would hazard a guess this is a slightly more than £329.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I mean, if this is what you used last time, I'd say that was a considerable upgrade.
It's a definite upgrade in looks alone.
All right, so
After the blue sparkly explosion, what have you got?
a blue sparkly explosion.
There you go. Slightly less sparkly.
I mean,
After a lot of deliberating,
there's only one way to walk through all these places.
there is just this way. Walk
Yeah,
this way.
well, last time we used a Olympic white. No, we used an Arctic
We
white.
didn't. We
used an Arctic white Strat last time.
Named after the band.
Yes, but this time we decided that we're just
Sorry,
going to
mate,
use
Carry on.
a American original series Jazzmaster. This is about £1,700.
So we were deliberating a lot whether to use the Strat as Alex Turner did back in the early days.
Yeah, because we're busting the bank, we were like custom shop. Let's spend as much, but actually, that's almost a bit silly.
Days gone by as well. So
Yeah.
like, he's used a Jazzmaster in a lot, as well as more recently an SG and a Les Paul. We even spotted a Gretchen there at some point.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's got to do it all.
yeah, I think we go with this.
All right, it's
And
got
I
all these
think
little
it'll do-
switches on that do lots of things.
And it's got a synchronized floating tremolo.
And it has this cool curly logo, which might help the tone.
Tom Tremolo. All right.
Okay.
Amplifiers.
So Jamie Cook uses high watts. We don't stock high watts here. However,
I'm sorry, can I just...
sorry,
sorry.
mate. So we've got no budget this time. So this is the Victory Super Duchess.
This is the V140,
yeah.
and it's
So
a beast.
I actually
New.
have the V40, which
Yeah.
is, very, very clean. But
Well, this has just come out.
More beef.
100 watts.
More headroom.
Super high headroom, clean amplifier. I think if you...
Can I just come...
Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah. Anyway, I think that will do the job for instead of a high watt.
I'm well up for it as well. I haven't tried one yet.
Okay, let's find an amp for me. So, we've been told that
What are you looking at here?
We've been told that we need to get a Rift Hawker, which is a 30 watt 1x12 combo.
So you're trying to get what's your target here?
Well, I was going to go for a Vox AC30.
Right.
Because it's that kind of British jangle, especially with the Jazzmaster, will probably get us a lot of the sounds that we need. It's a slightly bitey EL84 driven kind of thing,
Okay.
which is what an AC30 is.
Right.
Whereas the Rift Hawker is like a refined, it's kind of, there's a better taper at the top end apparently. It's 4 EL84s, Alnico driver, so it is very AC30.
Similar, yeah.
But
Okay.
I think, you know, considering this is £2,299, yeah, no worries. It's $2,299, which is much more expensive than an AC30, so we're busting the bank now.
Hopefully more expensive means better sounding.
Let's get some pedals.
Let's do that.
Into the world of pedals.
Into the world of pedals.
Now last time, I think we got quite a few of the pedals actually used, a lot of electro-harmonic stuff.
Yes, and MXR. So I'm going to go with the Distortion Plus by MXR. Bit of Pulsar. Maybe a little Big Muff if I can find one. There it is.
Yeah.
Maybe a Memory Man?
Yes.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to get the Micro Amp Plus because obviously I used that last time, it did a great
The
job.
Distortion Plus?
No, the Micro Amp Plus.
Oh, fine.
Yes. And I use the Holy Grail because I believe that is what they use as well. On top of the fact that I was also using the Aquapus by Way Huge, which isn't what they use, but it did a good job.
We've used it quite a lot, the Aquapus, it's great.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's one of those things where I'm like, I do think, actually I might get the Holy Grail Max. How about I get the Holy Grail Max instead of the Holy Grail Nano, because it's got more stuff on
value.
it. So I'm going to get the Holy Grail Max, I'm going to get the Micro Amp Plus. I am going to maybe change up my mind on the delay side of things, because the Aquapus is cool, but might see if there's something else I can get.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
That sounds pretty bang on. Should we go and gather them all up and see where we go?
Let's do it.
Cool, we've got all our pedals.
We do, we've got quite a lot of pedals.
We have, it's a plethora of pedals.
Yes, I reckon we should go plug these in and see if it sounds anything like the Arctic Monkeys.
Let's do that.
We're back in the video room.
Yes, we are in this early 2000s adventure to sound like the Arctic Monkeys.
Indeed we are. And it's worth saying that they've had quite a long-standing career, and it's one of those things where we're trying to play excerpts of different albums.
Every album is different.
Yeah.
And they've definitely kind of grown and developed over time.
Yeah, so gear that we've collected is trying to do that,
Yeah, and
even
also,
though they've changed a lot.
Yeah, and we also try to choose pedals at least that replicate what they use. What we often find is that we pick a pedal and that it's not really used in what we end up playing.
Yeah.
Because we're only playing a few songs. So I experienced a little bit of that today.
But also, the stuff that we did pick, we also used some of it in the without busting because it's the same stuff that they use. So,
True story.
like the Pulsar, for example.
Yeah, if it's affordable enough, we might use it in both.
Yeah.
There seems no point in buying something that's more expensive than the artist would use.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, without further ado, let's get on with the rigs. So mine is, we'll start with me at least. This is the Fender Jazzmaster, and this is the American Original Series. So I think these are coming in at around £1,900.
It's about that, yeah.
So I'd say that sufficiently busts the bank. I mean, in fairness to it, it's really fun to play. It's a very different guitar from anything I'd use, but it almost puts you in that place where you just start playing stuff in that style. I just started noodling around going, I'm going to try to play stuff in that style because it just feels that way. And it really nailed the sound, in my opinion.
It's got the really dreamy cleans going.
Yeah, totally. So that runs straight into the MXR Micro Amp Plus. So last time I used the Micro Amp, so this is a little bit different because Micro Amp is just one knob. And this is a Micro Amp Plus, so you get the gain, the bass and the treble. And I found myself jumping between sort of half gain and full gain depending on the song. And the bass and treble are more or less stayed the same. I used the Aquapus last time by Way Huge, whereas this time I'm using the Superpus, and that's because...
Another upgrade.
Yeah, it's an upgrade, but you can control the tone of the analog delay, which is really nice.
Amazing.
And pretty much exclusively, I've had it on a super fast repeat, quite low in the mix, and well, I'll show you the difference. It's quite interesting because it's not that noticeable, but you do notice it when you take it out. And then the Electro Harmonix Holy Grail. So before, well, it's the Holy Grail Max. So I used the Holy Grail before.
Look at this.
Well, this is the
all the bonus pedals.
Yeah, this is the Max now. So you get extra reverb options. You get a time knob and a blend knob. So I stuck on the spring, time and blend. Kind of, as you can see on the close-up, running straight into the Rift Hawker, which is a 4 EL84 powered.
It's a lovely amp.
Basically like an AC30 style thing. And it's really, really loud.
It's very loud, to the point where I'm deafened, especially because it's all clean.
Yeah.
It's just like
super pokey transients.
Yeah.
It has a 30 watts and an 8 watts mode. We've had it on 8 watts.
But 8 watts is still a lot.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's loud. And you're only on, the Master's been on 2 the whole time.
Yeah, I've been riding the gain between sort of 9 PM and 2 PM, and then basically 9 PM, it doesn't make a difference. 9 AM.
I didn't think I was like, your 24-hour dials. Just a note as well, that the Superpus kind of matches your guitar. It's a good blue combo.
There you go. Anyway, this is the sound of the Jazzmaster straight into the Hawker, and this was for one of the last excerpts we did, but this is how it sounds.
Nice.
So it's definitely got that EL84 bark to it, but we're not driving it too hard because the Microamp Plus makes a big difference.
They are great pedals.
They really are. MXR just generally do a stunning job. So
I've been leaning on mine heavily.
Yeah, man, it's a great colour too. So I'm going to put the gainer halfway. This is it without and with. Sounds really good. Crank it up.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So let's drop it back down. Now this is really interesting. So without the Superpus, you hear it like this. Throw it in. And it's just a little bit of that slap back. Now obviously this is a really, really sophisticated analog delay, but for that purpose, it's really good. And then without. So it's subtle, but it's just like a quick doubler. And then the Holy Grail Max. And then put the analog back in.
Nice.
And that's pretty much how I was jumping between getting all the sounds for the songs.
Great.
There you go.
So I have this beast, which is a 2019 Gibson Memphis in blue sparkle with this. It's 335, I should say, with a Bigsby, and it is just a beast.
It's a looker as well.
It really is. I
What is it with
like
this age of sparkly guitars?
headstock. I know. We just used a sparkly Strat, which is eyeing me up over there. But this is, I mean, you're not going to miss this.
I really like that.
It's only about £4,300, so
Yeah, it's not much.
It's a beast. So I've definitely bust the bank. That runs straight into the big muff, the little big muff here. Then the MXR Distortion Plus, round into the Pulsar by EHX, and then the Deluxe Memory Man, also by EHX. So lots of EHX gear going on. And then here we have the Victory V140, the Super Duchess.
Yeah, that is a great sounding rig.
It's a great sounding rig, and well, it sounds a little something like this. So guitar into amp.
That's quite thick.
So just a thick, kind of very clean. And basically I've just been playing with the settings on the Distortion Plus for most of it. I didn't really use the little big muff, to be honest. This I found was getting me closer, but it sounds cracking.
Whoa, that sounds great.
It's a wall of sound, and it really, really reminds me when we did the Foo Fighters by busting, and I had the 335, and it was through the Mesa Boogie Mark V.
Yeah.
Similar feeling.
Yeah.
But luckily I've got a 335, so I don't need to buy this because it's astronomically expensive and leery.
But it sounds wicked.
It just sounds so good. And I think with the 335 thing, a lot of people go for, you know, the Buddy Guy kind of jazzy blues kind of sounds, but high gain, just the thickest, warmest, biggest wall of sound, and you just can't go wrong.
There's definitely a warmth with the overdrive signals with 335 guitars that you just hear across the board, like you were saying.
It's awesome.
Something else that I also have to point out is that I think when you're doing bands like this, why is it that EHX just work? Is that because all those bands use EHX gear?
I don't know. I don't know, because we don't use it a lot, but when we do, it always nails it.
Well, yeah, like when we did Dan Auerbach with the Black Keys, and when we've done like Jack White and stuff, it's always EHX gear.
Always, yeah. Well, anyway, the Pulsar, which took a while to kind of dial in, but it gives you that undulating pulse, basically.
How intense can we make it?
You can make that really intense. Anyway.
You know, they missed a trick with that Pulsar. It should have an expression pedal out on it, so you can control the rate with the expression pedal.
It doesn't.
Which would be amazing if it did.
No, it doesn't either. Fine. Well, that's my rig, basically. Unfortunately, it didn't use the Memory Man, except for a little bit of reverb, but then the amp is kind of full of reverb. So,
we had a really hard time finding the power supply for that, and we didn't even use it.
Yeah, okay. Well, what we'll do is off camera, I'll be playing loads of Arctic Monkey songs, which will use the hell out of this, so it'll be worth it.
Well, on that note, that's Sound Like Arctic Monkeys by Busting the Bank. Now, we did a good job, in my opinion, we did a great job last time. So I really hope we did a better job this time.
Yeah, I hope we pulled it off. I mean, we've got lots and lots of glitzy blue gear, but hopefully it sounded good to you at home.
Yeah, and we've absolutely busted the bank on this one.
Yeah, it's in the thousands. Yeah. So you can do your maths and add it all up using the links in the description box below, which contains all of the gear.
There you go. And let us know who you'd like us to sound like next in the comments section, as you always do. It's very helpful. And on that note, I've been Rabea.
And I've been Matt.
And this has been Sound Like on Andertons TV.
Ciao for now.
Bye.